Hey, I'm Roland with mobilegeeks.de, and I'm right here at the HTC One M8 launch in London right now. But what we have right here is a phone that a friend of mine has brought along. It's Tobi from golem.de, which is an IT portal, and this is the first one. It's one of the first Jolla phones from Finland, made by this company that's basically built up from people that were at Nokia but changed from there and started their own company, and it's a new OS on there that's called Sailfish OS. It's Linux based, built on the old mirror kernel from Migo and stuff. And yeah, let's check it out and take a quick look at it. So this is the new interface, and they have done a pretty awesome stuff right there. So they're moving into a new kind of navigation on the UI. So if you want to show me around, Tobi.
Yeah, sure. So basically, it works a little bit. Well, it looks pretty familiar to people who are used to Migo. So you have your open apps, which are like small tiles. So you can just open them, and with a slide from the side, you close them again. And when you have an app open, you can really close it with a swipe from the top. So basically, at this moment, there is a Jolla store, well, there are several apps, but not as much as in an Android store or iOS app market. So, but there's a possibility to install Android apps. So there's a free Android store pre-installed. So
That's the Russian Yandex,
yeah,
right?
it's Yandex store, right? So it's a normal Android app, and you see, like here you have the Android navigation stuff. So you can see I have another chat program open. This is like an Android running interface. So this one you see now, it's like the other Jolla apps. You can put it on the main screen. And if you're keen, you can use a normal computer and install the Google Play Store. It's like moving 3 or 4 APKs into a certain directory, and then actually you have the normal Google Play Store, which opens up like
That's kind of amazing.
The only thing you don't have is like a really deep integration of Google service. Like for example, when you play, I have this game here that's everybody's playing now. This Fives. So you can play games that have
Google integration.
The Google integration, but it won't sync.
All right. So all the sync stuff drops out.
From
all right.
the other phones.
But what about other Android apps? So they're basically all able to run, or?
Oh no, that's the Play Store. I already showed you. So for example, I have Maps. Where is it? I have Maps. So with Maps, there's also a little problem. So Maps doesn't understand it does only understand GPS.
Oh, all right.
So only with like network cells it doesn't work.
All right.
Because I think it's some different.
So just the Wi-Fi location stuff and the network location stuff doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
All right.
I guess there's some problems with the integration of this.
All right.
But what else do I have here? I have like Google Plus. You even have the Google settings, which is pretty funny. So you can. it's like on an Android
amazing,
phone.
yeah.
And
but there's no info on the software in there. It's like doesn't say where, like on the other Android phones it would be like Android 4.4.2 on there, so
like
that information part's
like
missing.
It's like an Android runtime.
Yeah.
So it's not a. Well, it's somehow there. I think it's Android 4.2.
All right. So it's basically Jelly Bean based.
Yeah. It's Jelly Bean
all right.
based. Yeah, and well, you have these. So when we move from to the back, you have an 8-megapixel camera.
Yeah.
And you have these changeable covers.
Which are called like the other half, right?
The other half, right. So, and it's actually, I only have this one now here with me.
Yeah.
But they have a little NFC chip. And here's the receptor. So when you put them on, and when I put a different one on, they're installing like suitable themes. So for example, this one actually has the first one theme. So that's when I put it on. It looks like that. There's I have another half. It's like white.
All right, so that's the Snow White theme.
Right, and that's
you
the
saw
Snow
there.
White theme.
Oh,
normally, when you put it on, it's like all the colors are different. And
all right, is there any special functions associated to that? Can you actually change the functions or whatever, so it loads up certain apps or stuff?
With this covers. It's more or less ringtones.
Oh, so
and
it's
the
just
style,
designs
but,
and ringtones.
But there are ideas like, for example, to build something like it's technically possible to build a click-on cover with a keyboard, for example.
Yeah.
It is technically possible. They're
Thinking about it, but
thinking
still
about
tinkering
it,
a bit.
and it's also open, so everybody can download the specs for this.
Yeah, and you can print your own cover,
you
right?
can print your own cover, right? It's pretty nice, actually.
All right, so what about the hardware? So we have a dual-core Snapdragon S4 in there.
Gigahertz, right? 1 gig of RAM memory, 8 megapixel camera. The screen is pretty decent. It's like 960.
But it's just QHD 960 by 940. But basically, it looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it's okay. It's
I've seen worse screens.
4.5
yeah,
4.5 inches.
Yeah, 4.5.
And it's okay. So at the beginning they had lots of problems with battery.
Mm-hmm.
So actually when I started using it in the morning, like after half a day, it rested like 30%.
Yeah.
But with the latest update, actually it's pretty cool. So I'm using it the whole day now, and with 66%, which is okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I saw what you did just there. You double tapped, right? So you can wake up the phone with the double tap stuff, like on Nokia's, and LG and HTC does it now too.
Yeah, right. And you can.
That's neat.
And you have like when you're in the starting this when you have
lock screen, whatever.
Screen, you can have like a quick choice. You can go directly to the settings or the camera or to the telephone, or you can mute it.
All right.
And like this drop-down menu is like everywhere.
Yeah. So it's basically like all over the place.
One of the things of Sailfish OS, which is pretty handy actually.
All right. So that's only available in. It's available all over Europe actually, or worldwide actually.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think you can order it on the Jolla.
Yeah, just on the store for €3.99. That is,
right.
And should be
or
available.
Or you go to Finland and buy it in a DNA store. So
they have a deal with this Finnish network carrier that actually sells these. So this has been just a quick look at the Jolla phone from Jolla running Sailfish OS, and I was rolling with Mobile Geeks with Tobi from golem.de, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Hey, I'm Roland with mobilegeeks.de, and I'm right here at the HTC One M8 launch in London right now. But what we have right here is a phone that a friend of mine has brought along. It's Tobi from golem.de, which is an IT portal, and this is the first one. It's one of the first Jolla phones from Finland, made by this company that's basically built up from people that were at Nokia but changed from there and started their own company, and it's a new OS on there that's called Sailfish OS. It's Linux based, built on the old mirror kernel from Migo and stuff, and yeah, let's check it out and take a quick look at it. So this is the new interface, and they have done a pretty awesome stuff right there. So they're moving into a new kind of navigation on the UI. So if you want to show me around, Tobi.
Yeah, sure. So basically it works a little bit, well, it looks pretty familiar to people who are used to Migo. So you have your open apps, which are like small tiles. So you can just open them, and with a